Hey guys, we're Team 10 here to present our toy, the Yeti Rouletti on Tyler Landers.
I'm Ben Schumann. I'm Paul Hanna.
I'm Jen Camacho.
All right.
Okay, let me paint a picture for you guys. So this is, imagine that you have your own Discovery Channel show and you're trying to find the Yeti. You're going to be the first human to witness the Yeti live. And you're pretty sure that he's up on the top of the mountain, except your arch nemesis is also on the other side of the mountain, and you're on a race to find the Yeti. And it's you and your team are going on your way up, and it's your job to make sure that the Yeti isn't looking towards you, so he doesn't start an avalanche and wipe out your entire team. So that's kind of the background to our game, and we'll kind of dive into it and see if it makes more sense.
All right. So first of all, we wanted to aim for audiences between ages of 5 and up, mostly because of the ball and the choking hazard that can come with. The play value, it's actually quite expensive. You are able to develop some motor skills, and you also learn about the value of winning and losing, which is kind of important when you're a child. We also provide competition and develop your senses by the visual aesthetics. However, the time constraint is about 1.5 minutes between resetting, actually playing, and all the components that it has. Some of the unique aspects, obviously we have a Yeti, we have a mountain, and we have an avalanche type environment, and the sense of like a war between you and your opponent.
So our main model that runs our toy is basically taking inputs from two users. So you have two levers on the side here that your users are going to press. And basically what it's doing is it's taking that downward motion and it's going to pivot about this point, and then we're going to hit some gears here in the middle. You have a gear on each side, one for each user, and these two gears are attached to a shaft via this piece in the middle. And the two gears are not directly connected to the driving shaft. That's what you rotate our Yeti here. What they are is they're on that piece in the middle, and they're connected to that piece by springs. This was done so that way we could avoid shearing issues. So we were afraid that if you had two people hit the buttons at the same time, that the combined input from the two would cause the teeth or the knife inputting to the gear to shear off. But by having the actual input be on the one piece connected by springs, it means that if both of the players hit at the same time, it's just going to cause the spring to expand out, and that way you're not going to get any shearing effects. We also have this piece down here at the end. So basically what this is doing is when the lever is hit, we don't want the gears to rotate back when the lever comes back down over them. And so this piece is going to have a spring, that has a spring here, and it just gives a little bit of force on the mechanism, so that way it takes more than just the friction of the knife coming back down on the other side of the gears to keep it from rotating. So that way when you hit it, it rotates over, it doesn't come back immediately. And just more what I was talking about, this is a more blown up view of the mechanism I was talking about earlier. So you have this central piece here that's directly attached to the shaft, which is connected to this gear here, which spins, this piece that spins our Yeti at the top. And you'd have a spring connected from here to here and from here to this piece on the other side. And that's how you get that input motion.
All right. So the physical model. So we went through and all the basic gears we did through the 3D printing that was available to us. This outside, which I will talk about in terms of improvements, obviously aesthetics could be improved a little bit, but this was made just using layers of pink styrofoam, like insulation foam, and then we kind of carved it away and used heat guns to give it more of a rugged kind of mountain-looking effect. And then the Yeti on top was just a second-hand toy that we snagged off of eBay. I think next thing. So here's kind of the CAD model of it working. So that's kind of slow motion. One is cranking it up and then rotating that middle input. All right. So we did get this thing to work. You guys can see that leftmost one. So yeah, on both sides there's there's the flags that spring up.
And this is kind of a close-up view of the actual mechanism of motion.
So we did run into some issues when we played it a lot. Some of the teeth on that rotator in the back that the wood pieces connect to kind of broke off. So there's like certain parts of when you're turning it, it doesn't move because there's no teeth. So in the future, we would make it out of like injection molding or something that would be a little bit more sturdier. And I think we can probably, like see, so it moves, but then it stops moving, and that's where the teeth are broken. So we got it to work, just kind of wear and tear.
I guess before we do questions, like Ben had mentioned, for improvements, obviously using injection molding or something more durable for those teeth. I mean, right away we got it working, and then once we started using it quite a bit, they just started shearing off, so there's entire spaces where you can't really move. But the mechanism itself worked, and I think kind of the next steps would be, getting some sort of locking in this kind of outer the mountain itself. So whether you're vacuum forming it or injection molding it, making it look a little prettier and more appealing than it does right now. And yeah, so we'll open it up for questions.
So is the goal to like get the ball down first, or?
Yeah, so you're kind of pushing it, and then when you push it, the Yeti's facing the other direction towards the other player.
Oh, okay.
And then when he hits the other player, that ball goes down, and then it'll hit a flag, and then we actually have another mechanism that pops up the flag as well. So then it has like a skull and crossbones on it as well. So that kind of signifies you losing, and then the same thing kind of happens with that one. It goes all the way down. Yeah.
Not just for you guys. I think I've seen many demos. I don't see like lights comes up, or is that not allowed? Maybe when you hit this, there's some visual, some light, wing light or something.
Yeah, we tried to keep it just purely mechanical.
Okay.
Maybe if we were like the internal mechanism is fairly complex, and we had took a lot of time to.
Nobody else had that.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, guys.